Hi! Welcome to Quiet Time. A time where we're quiet. We're not, I guess. But,
Hi.
hi. You're here? I didn't even know Krishan was here. What a shock. So quiet. 10 out of 10.
I'm in your closet.
Oh, no.
Hey, by the way, just doing a quick test. I don't know what I'm hearing on the stream, but it's some sort of background, like, fan or something, or like...
Oh, you know what? I know exactly what it is. My favorite thing is when Discord turns off my noise suppression technology.
Well, no, that's not it, because I don't hear it, but OBS isn't using Discord, so it doesn't have noise suppression.
Oh, it might be the rain, Krishan.
No, it's not. I'm saying because your OBS doesn't capture your audio from Discord, it captures your audio just directly from your mic.
Right, it's just me. It might be my computer, actually.
Oh, that checks out.
But
it's not that bad. I just noticed it and wondered what it was.
But I can mute myself most of the time if it bothers people.
Apparently the stream's vibe is America runs on Quaggin.
I don't know what that means.
I don't either.
Well, good luck, everyone.
Good luck, everyone.
Yeah. You can actually see my desk. I almost said, you can see my desk. This is my desk. So I'm just studying, because I didn't really have anything I wanted to draw today, because I was, like, not feeling inspired. So, I'm studying everyone's favorite things, advanced placement classes. And if you want to chat with me about what you're studying, feel free. And Krishan's gonna play music, because it's a bop. And yeah, we're just gonna hang out. So you can grab something you're studying, or bye, Kaden, no worries. Or you can just make something or listen, do whatever you want to do.
Or just overthrow the government, just
if you want to overthrow the government,
things to do.
Overthrowing the government ASMR.
Oh, Ryan's drawing today. Cool.
Oh, Ryan, that's awesome. Oh, French.
Chris is doing the French.
French.
So I was telling Evan, I have got a new keyboard, which I won't tell you how much money it costs because I shouldn't have bought it, but I did buy it, and I have a keyboard that has weighted keys now, and it's like the size of a piano, so I can actually play normally instead of forgetting I'm about to run out of octaves, which I do every stream, is I just forget that there aren't octaves there, and I'm like, oh, I guess I'm screwed. I can't play that now. Like mid-song, I'll be like, time to go play those notes that aren't there. Oh, cool. And I'm standing up, because I have a new desk and everything. A lot has changed, but you're not going to see any of it, so it's fine. The point is, it should sound better, because I'm better at playing when the keys aren't made of... the keys aren't like that. They're still made of plastic, so that doesn't count, but, like, you know what I mean. How's this audio, chat? You like it? We thought it was fine. I'm just making sure it's like loud enough and stuff. Anyway, low notes now. The audio is snazzy, apparently. Okay, cool.
Snazzy audio.
Also, can you hear my clicky keys now still? Because my mic's further away from them now, so you probably can't.
I don't hear them.
Okay. Cool, I don't have to mute my mic all the time now. Yes, phone? I thought I had you on silent.
Why must you fail me so
Why
often?
must you fail me so often? Ribs! Spare ribs!
I'm still thinking about Papyrus just standing in the sky.
Damn it. Oh, hey, that's a fun idea. Sorry, I was immediately distracted because my cat just opened the door and it's here now. And she's like, "What have you done to the desk? How is it so high up?" Uh-oh.
Father.
Please be careful.
It
Okay,
is
she
tall.
jumped up. She's up here now. She's like, "This is way too high up. I'm not sure how you did it, and I don't like it."
I have to jump farther now, Father.
Okay, well, she's not as bothered anymore. She's discovered that she can still lay down, and it's fine. So, Madam, please. She's like, I don't know how it's so much higher up than usual.
She's so confused.
She's so lost. Look, there's so much space for you. Look, I bought a desk. Now there's like 1 million space. Just lay down anywhere. Look. Why does it have to be there? No, yeah, here. Do this. Why must you fail me so often?
Wow, an actual chemistry major would hate my notes because I accidentally write them, like, I just write everything slightly in the wrong. It's just like, it could easily be misread. I could create a poison very accidentally by writing something the way I do. Yeah. As opposed to slightly accidentally.
I am worried though because, like, normally my desk is pretty low, so she can't really jump onto my shelf. But now that it's high up, my shelf's right here, and my shelf's covered in D&D minis that I haven't used in my entire life.
Ooh.
And by that I mean since before quarantine. And she might knock them over.
Yeah, I had to build a special shelf for my plants just so my cats wouldn't knock them over. But then I moved I used to use antique suitcases as a side table that I just stacked on each other because I'm a man of fashion, I guess. And I got them for $20. What a steal! And then they weren't very useful, so I moved them, and now I have a much taller side table.
She for now seems content to be eating, I think, breadcrumbs off of a plate I left in here at lunch today.
Well, that's what matters.
She has the bread fever.
Does she have a can in her hand?
No, she doesn't have opposable thumbs.
Fuck. See, chat loves the cat too. It's always she.
something she's very upset about still to this day.
Sorry, I didn't know it was
Like,
a touchy
Father,
subject.
give me the thumbs.
Give them back, Dad.
I didn't take them. You're just a cat, and I'm not.
Well,
She's like, what I lack in thumbs, I make up in natural fur and the predatory instincts you lack. And I'm like, I know.
stop lecturing me, please.
I know you're terrifying. Okay, anyway, she's content to lay down now, so I can get back to playing piano. Which, and this is true, is something I have done in the past.
No way.
Now, when I was very young, I was a child, and... oh, what's Orion saying?
Oh. I forgot.
So, I love that. I do have a question, though. Is the rogue your cat, or is this for you to wear as your rogue? Or are you drawing it? You're drawing it. You already said that. I understand now. I'm brain dead. No one talked to me. Yeah, there's this cat who doesn't have anywhere to stay right now, and he keeps showing up at our house, and he has thumbs, and it's weird, but I like it.
You call him Sad Boy.
Because he's very sad. Fortunately, he's decided to stop being as sad recently, and I don't know what he's doing, but like he's figured out that yelling outside all day isn't actually doing anything. Because it's like we were already feeding him, so I don't know why he was still yelling. I guess he was just sad. But
oh, poor little Sad Boy. Oh no. Yeah, I have a Maine Coon, but she doesn't have opposable thumbs.
Baby.
Yeah.
You know, he's a
no
mitten
thumbs.
cat. He can use a gun. Just keep that in mind. The only thing I don't have with the setup that I have on my piano is I don't have pedals. God damn it. Anyway. Anger. I just had an epiphany. Leg belts. Yeah. Do they have a name? I feel like they have a name, but I don't know what it is. When you have like a little strap of leather around like your thigh and you keep a secret knife there or something, I feel like that has a name.
Oh, it definitely does.
But I don't know what it is. Oh well. Assassin's Creed nonsense, basically. Oh, I'll tell you what, I don't have pedals, but I can just... And it's annoying because I can't change it mid-song, but like I can do this. Hang on. That's almost a pedal. If I could change it mid-song really easily, it would be a pedal, but it's not. Okay. I didn't bring enough water. I have committed crimes. Oh no. What happened? Oh no. Oops.com, as they say. I mean, Orion, I don't think it's technically a crime, so I think you're good. As a murder weapon, definitely a crime. As clothing, usually not a crime. That's where things get blurry. Wow, I don't know what that is, because I'm uneducated. I don't have the educations. It's true. I've never been to a school. The hell am I gonna play now? I don't know. Hey, congrats, Chris. Can I help you? I'm in the middle. Are you stealing my toothpicks again? You're going to prison.
I thought you were talking to the cat.
No. Talking to my sibling. Stealing my toothpicks. Like a criminal.
Why?
I don't know. Probably piercing something again.
That's a choice.
Yeah, it is. Safe choice they
Jail
make.
for sibling for 1,000 years.
Yeah, indeed. Chat just yelled jail.
Baby
jail!
Oh.
I mean, yes, actually. They are baby.
Mm-hmm.
I was waiting to see if they would come bursting back in here, but I guess not.
They are a baby, and they're going to jail.
Maybe I will actually go get some water and take care of myself. That would be something
Go
to
get
do.
water.
I'll be back in a minute.
Heck yeah, that's the whole point of the stream. Chat, you too. If you need water, or you need food, or are you a little cold, are you a little too warm, just do like a little physical, mental check-in. If you're feeling really tired, think about the last time you slept. I mean, the automatic, like, nice thing would be go sleep, but for me, I have chronic fatigue, so if you are sleeping a lot, maybe get some tea or something to wake you up, or go on a walk and listen to something nice, get outside. Hard to fall asleep when you're, like, actually walking around. If you're hungry, get some food. It doesn't have to be, like, good food. Food does not exist on a moral plane. Eat whatever you have around that you want to eat. Get some water. Not something else, specifically water. Because we often drink things that aren't water and think, I'm well hydrated, and no, you're not. Drink water. And if you're cold, put on a sweater. And if you're a little too warm, maybe take your sweater off. Do whatever is comfortable. And if you're anxious, maybe write down why you're anxious. These are my notes so far. Very normal and easy to read. On to page 2. I'm still writing about... still writing about carbon reservoirs or sinks. I've written about plant matter, terrestrial biosphere, and I'm still writing about oceans because they're huge. If you didn't know. Chat, do you guys have favorite studying supplies, like pens that you really like, or notebooks you really like, or highlighters? Like, what's your favorite stuff? I use a lot of... I'm not fancy. I like, I'm using Papermate pens, but they don't smear very much. I like the Sharpie gel pens. Those are nice. But they smear a lot. And then I am a bougie highlighter person, and I have, like, the mid-aligners that are, like, colorful. But, those are the thing I allow myself to get when I do well on something. As like a reward. You put your cat in baby jail? That's hilarious. Yeah, mechanical pencils. I really like mechanical pencils, and I'll use the same one for years, because I'm just like, what? It still works. Ballpoint pen. Ooh. Yellow highlighter is so nice. I'm not a big fan of, like, the neon yellow. Well, okay, that's not true. I like neon yellow. I like to draw with it because it's stimmy to look at. Like, it makes my eyes happy to look at. But when I'm studying, based on the topic, I use different highlighter colors. So, oh, Chris, that's so valid. I have to not go in Michael's if I'm trying not to spend money. My father was like, I'm gonna run to Michael's, and do you want to go with me? And I was like, if I go with you, you are not running to Michael's. You are going into the Michael's to explore. Yeah, so depending on the topic, like if I'm writing about oceans, I'll probably use blues or greens. So I have this, I really like this one. It's kind of hard to see, but it's like a teal color. And then this one is one of the brush ones, and I like them because the brush is nice, but on the end, the little, like, writing part, like the other ones, I'm having trouble explaining myself, sorry. So, like, with the plain highlighters, it's really, like, big, and it tends to, like, bleed a lot. when you write with it, so it's not good for writing, it's only good for highlighting. This one is actually good for writing because it's so sharp and pointed, and so it works really nicely for taking notes in like a fun color if you want to do like a paragraph that's like about a separate like subject or something important. And then of course I just have like the Sharpie highlighters because they still, they work, I like them. But the middle liners have like fun colors, so. Pens, but afraid of messing up. Yeah, I've really embraced that. I have anxiety. I like when my notes look pretty, but I have anxiety about messing them up, right? Because I'm like, I worked so hard on making these notes pretty, and now they're ugly. Like, what the hell? Because I made an error. But, like, I either just learned simple ways to cover up my errors, or I just got over it. Like, I write the word wrong, I just strike through really neatly, and then write it correctly again. And, like, whatever. It doesn't matter. Or, like, whatever, get a little, like, sticker paper, stick a white paper piece over that length of text and write on top of it. I don't use whiteout. I don't have any. So, like, do whatever works for you. But, yeah, erasing and rewriting. Yeah, so I have, I'm actually really good at spelling at the same time that I have troubles visually with reading and writing sometimes, and I don't know why. So, I will spell words wrong a lot with my pen, and that is super annoying. Most of the time I just ignore it, and I'm like, no one will read this but me. But if it's something that everyone has to read, I usually write it in pencil, or I write it on my laptop so that I can edit it. I love Grammarly because I know it's storing my information, whatever. It saves me a lot of time that it highlights what I'm doing, and it's like, you spelled this wrong, and it just will correct it for me. Because people are like, that's lazy. It's not lazy, it's accessibility. It's very helpful. No-name highlighters. Ah, I love when they don't smudge writing. Yes, honestly, 90% of my stuff, I don't know where I got it. I either, like, stole it from somewhere, or took it from a class, or, like, something. Or, like, someone dropped it in my home and now I have it. I don't know. But, like, these pens, don't know where they came from. I really like them. They're just Papermate gel pens. Inkjoy. And then, like, yeah, I'm not a big, like, I like to buy, like, nice pens and stuff, but I often, like, 90% of my stuff is just stuff I've collected. But if you can get...
Hey,
Hi!
sorry.
You're good.
Continue. I was just took a minute. Sorry.
You're fine, no worries. We were just talking about office supplies. I also have these because I got... Oh, sorry, my dog's barking. I found the, like, the Stedler pens, Stedler, I don't know, and the Arteza ones that are kind of the knockoffs. They're usually like $100 for the set. I got them for 30, so I bought them and I got like 200. And this is the ones that I like. My mom took the ones she liked because we split it. So I got a lot of the bright colored ones, and they mostly work. There's a lot of hype around them, but like, what the fuck is this color? It doesn't work. You can't see it. It's invisible on the paper. It's not good. But then on the other hand, like, this color is nice. It's a nice color. It's a nice blue. Anyway, I'm glad you got water, Crucian. I have chocolate.
Oh my god, I forgot my water.
Crucian!
I poured it. It's in the kitchen. So upset. No one speak to me.
ADHD icon.
Look. I can't be an icon if I don't even know if I have it. That's not allowed.
Disagreement, but okay, go out. Get your water.
I could just be an idiot. Okay, I'll be back in a minute. Hang on.
I can confirm Crucian's not an idiot. I didn't know they made erasers. Yeah, I'm going to college in the fall, so my parents were like, what do you need, right? Like, what items would you like to take with you to college? Make a list. And obviously I had to get, like, I put, like, a laundry bag on. I put, like, I can't remember. I had a really hard time making the list for college for some reason. I just couldn't think of what I needed. So I put on, like, some stuff, but then they were like, what pens and stuff do you need? I don't know. I don't know. I put a toolkit. My parents were adamant that I need a toolkit. So it's, like, this 49-piece toolkit that I have to take with me. And a dorm doc medical kit. But...
I return.
Hello. Do you have your water?
I do this time. If I came back without it again, I would straight up turn the stream off. I'd be like, no, sorry, I can't be allowed to be here
You
anymore.
are not in control.
Apparently, I'm just not clever.
Oh,
So
you're clever.
disagree, but okay.
You literally are playing the piano extremely well right now.
Uh huh.
Oh, Orion. Yes, that's exactly that's exactly why college should be exciting. If you feel like you have to go, and you're just like, I guess it's fine, you don't have to go. Do something else. Don't go to school at all, or go to a trade school, become a blacksmith. But like,
That's what I did.
yeah,
Not the blacksmith thing. I just meant nothing.
and it's valid because like that everybody's different. But like, college for me, the reason I want to go is because I'm excited to study the things I like. I hate studying in high school because 90% of it's boring. But like, I get to take a class about public communication, and I find that exciting. Oh, 7-year-old me would literally be punching me right now for thinking that's exciting.
Cat, if you ruin my mini shelf, I will ruin you.
Chris, I don't know what school you're going to, but that's fucking epic. Yeah, college hoodies are like $60 fucking dollars. My mom, when I was applying to colleges, and this was actually, oh no, it was when I got in. It was when I got into the college I'm going to. She was like, I'll take you to the local, where it's nearby. So she's like, I'll take you to this store nearby, that happens to have hoodies for it, and get you a hoodie because it's like we're celebrating that you got into college. And I was like, that sounds nice. They were like $60, and I was like, Mom, you don't have to get me a fucking bullshit ass bougie hoodie. I would rather just go to college. Oh, but no, she got it. She was like, this is fine. This is celebratory. It's a very nice hoodie. I will just use it until it is unusable because that's how I feel about money things. But
My cat is scratching my monitor again.
oh, so baby.
It's occurred to me that I do own a webcam now, so I could hypothetically do the same thing you're doing, but for like the view of the piano. But I didn't think about that, so we're not doing that.
Maybe in the future we can have like opposite corner ones where yours is the piano and mine's the studying.
We could figure it out somehow. I don't really know how to do that.
We can't do that because we're two different. Okay, no one.
Well,
no one
we
listens to
could
me.
like put it on Discord. No, we couldn't because it'd be two different streams.
Yeah, no one listened to me. I refuse to be spoken to.
Sure, we can figure it out somehow, but maybe.
Orion, that's okay. You have another year to not have insane. Hopefully their fucking acceptance rates go back down because they were super low this year. Go back up. Wait, you know what I mean.
I was really lost for a second. I was like, why would you want them to go down?
Sorry, I hope the acceptance rates go back up because they went way down. But what are you gonna study, Orion? We can talk about it in chat.
You can keep talking, it's fine.
But you were playing music, and I like your music.
No one but me knows what that is. For some reason, when I was... You know how you just get obsessed with things that are really specific?
Oh, yeah.
But I don't have ADHD, that'd be ridiculous.
No.
When I was like 14 or whatever, the Hobbit movies started coming out, and for some reason I was like completely, really, really, really liked the little tiny ditty they did for Lake Town.
Oh, I do love that. Yeah.
I don't know
The
why
second you said
it
it,
a
I was
lot.
like, I hear.
I don't know why I liked it so much, but I like played it a lot, and I had it like on my phone for a while.
Man, everything Lord of the Rings related makes me upset easily. Oh, Orion, I forgot you're Canadian. Oh. Pre-scholar and primary education. That's so nice. Yeah, okay, Orion, go get dinner and get snacks, and we'll talk about it later, because that sounds epic.
One day I'd love to like... I feel weird taking other people's worlds and using them for TTRPGs, but I'd love to run some D&D or similar games in like Lord of the Rings world.
Oh, yeah.
Because think about how cool it'd be to just be like, hey, it's Lord of the Rings, except we can do whatever we want, so there's like a lot of women characters in it instead.
Yeah, and I feel like, I think writers, like, especially of things like that are massively popular, like they would be happy to know that people are still running with that and making creative stuff out of it. Like the fact that someone
Mhm.
wants to live in their world would make any author like so happy. And you're not like monetizing it, so
Yeah.
even if it was a small creator, it wouldn't be a problem. But like,
And
that's so
hey,
cool.
you know what? This is something I gotta say. This is, Chris is in chat. Chris is in our guild. At Guild Wars, we give Guild Wars a lot of flack
We
because we
do,
should.
but
Because we should. But I gotta say, they really made the effort to be like, we're not gonna be like old fantasy games. Like they're like, sure, we're gonna give them terrible outfits, but there will be an equal spread of men and women in the military in the entire world,
oh
and
yeah,
they did
yeah.
that. It's just they did that, and
And I
it
will
wasn't,
say, when I
but
first
they
started
did do
playing,
it.
I bagged on like the sexy outfits. In the game, that's not really a thing.
No,
Like,
most of the time it's not a
it's
thing.
like you'll see. I see players who make that choice, and I've seen like one of the Norn ladies who like I complained about it because I thought it was funny.
Because she looks stupid as
Yeah, she
hell.
looks
Yeah,
so dumb. But like the rest of them are like really well dressed in like really well thought out designed outfits that look cool.
unless you join the Order of Whispers, because they do wear those stupid rogue outfits we were complaining
Oh,
about.
do
It's
they?
some of them do.
Sexy
Uh,
crime,
You know
sexy
something
crime.
that's very funny to me though, actually, is that I was like, I always I complain about Guild Wars because it's stupid, but like I was because thing, but like I gotta give them. I hate giving them credit, but I have to give them credit because I'm playing through the like Living World season. I think it's season 3 or whatever. It's actually really solid, and I'm upset to say it, but it's actually really solid. I just played through the one like the beginning of the final mission, which was a dragon fight. I'm not going to say which one, but it was a dragon fight. And I told you the previous 2 dragon fights were not very good.
Yeah.
It was pretty good. Sure, it wasn't much of a fight. It was more like watching a cutscene and pressing a couple buttons, but it looked so good that I can't get over it. I'm like,
Yeah, they're actually
that
learning.
was amazing.
They're like learning from their ways.
Like the characters are having character development. It's really weird. I'm
Yeah,
like
it
stuff
has
is
more character development than the other. I've talked before about that MMORPG I played called WildStar that is real because someone made a very strange song about it, and I found it again, and I was like, it was real. But I used to play that when I was younger, and it didn't have like any character story. That just didn't really happen. Like, it kind of did, but there weren't a lot of like cutscenes or like well planned out So like Guild Wars actually does pretty remarkably well considering that they have to make a story that's interesting for everyone and still doesn't take up all the time.
Yeah, and I'm still like I'm also weirdly like I feel almost retroactively bad about ragging on Guild Wars so hard because I didn't get to play the dungeons last time because I didn't have any friends.
Oh, yeah, the dungeons are cool and they make it really different.
A lot of the dungeons is actually not that bad.
Yeah, like the dungeons.
Before I was like,
I enjoy this so much.
because what I was saying before was like, I was like, they don't make you care about any of these characters, but I didn't realize that each dungeon is one of those characters from that group, and that's why you're supposed to care about them, is because you're supposed to play the dungeons, but I never did. So I guess I just missed the character development portion of the game. And now I'm like excited because there's a dungeon in the final area, and I've never played it because I never had 5 people to play with.
Yeah, it's so weird. Yeah, I mean, there's so many games I've only ever played like pretty much alone. And even
Yeah.
Minecraft Cities, like I never really had. I played in cooperative spaces, but cooperative is a generous word, and they were never with people I was friends with. It was just like other people. Okay, one time I did, but it was still very strange because I didn't know any of them greatly. I was very young, and a lot of them lived in other countries, so we couldn't really talk at the same time. Having best friends in Finland was weird because we were never ever able to talk, but we were great friends.
Oh yeah, Chris. Like Chris, have you been to the final like area yet? Have you? Because if you haven't, I would love it if you'd wait to explore with us because going there by yourself sucks. The place is so dangerous. Just walking around, you're like, oh, every enemy I stumble across is gonna kill me. It's not actually that bad. That's usually when you get to the jungle. That's when things get bad. But yeah, like. Anyway, maybe we'll get to the Zaitan fight and it won't be as bad as I remember. It probably will be, but it might not be as bad as I know. He looks cool, and maybe that'll be enough for us, Also, side note, you know something kind of funny?
Hmm.
You know the lady you were complaining about her outfit, like the Norn lady.
Yeah.
You know how we were joking about how that armor doesn't protect anything?
Yeah.
She like dies, and
What?
she's like the first one to die, and I'm like, I wonder why.
Man, her entire stomach, one titty, her heart,
Die.
her
Dead.
face, her back. Of course she fucking
Of
died.
course, she's the one who dies immediately.
It's just like, oh, she's like, and what are you gonna do about it? Shoots you,
Dead
like everyone
immediately.
else is like wearing like the freaking shoot, what's her name? Kate has like full ass armor. Like
Cave looks pretty
Kate
cool.
looks cool as hell, and like
Cave,
Logan looks fine. He's a man.
he's a guy.
He looks.
You know what? You know what,
Logan.
Logan? You know what? I've grown a little bit more respect for Logan because they brought him back in the story I'm currently playing through,
Okay.
and I'm like, you know what? I've realized why I'm okay with Logan a lot of the time. He's like in a comedy. He's like the straight man who's there to be normal. Like, that's what he. Everyone else here is really cool and does cool things, and they're all like non-human species.
He's
He's
just
here
like a
to just
dude, and
be
that's
the
fine.
human guy. He's just here to be John.
I
He's just the
do.
guy,
I do really, really like that and his name is Logan.
and his name is
And
Logan.
his name is Logan. I do really like that in the last dungeon we did, the whole we get to the end and she's a mesmer or whatever and she's using illusions to trick Kate, and the reason we're able to be like, Kate, it's all visions of your friends, they're not real, is because Logan and the other guy hate each other so much and pitch little fits about it that they couldn't work together. Ever.
Yeah,
And I'm just like, that's so funny. And that was not, I don't think that was poorly written. I think that was hilarious. 10 out of 10.
that was actually really because the thing is, I knew they hated each other, but they don't usually do anything about it. So I saw that and I was like, oh, that checks out. Like,
Yeah.
like there's a whole bunch of human racists, so like it makes sense that the Char are kind of like, oh look, a human guy's here to help us, and
Yeah.
hopefully he's not going to ruin everything like they did last
They're
time.
just like, I don't trust you. And we're like, yeah, that checks out and I understand.
It makes more sense to me because last time that happened, like when I was under the impression that the Char like colonized the human area and took it over. I didn't realize it was the opposite of that. So now I'm
Yeah.
like, that makes so much more sense now. As he's like, oh look, the British are here to help us.
And you're like, oh, you're gonna help, right? Like,
Last time,
It's like-
and it's like, hey, that was a different human kingdom.
remember
He's
when
like,
you tried to define the word help and you just kept defining colonize? Like,
because the thing is, there were a lot of human kingdoms, and it's a different human kingdom. But the Char are probably just like, yeah, it's a different human kingdom.
yeah, I
but,
would be
like,
too. I saw a human, I'd be like, yeah, it's humans. They do that.
only ever encountered
They
one
do it
group
to
of
each other. Like,
yeah, and I mean, and it's just like, well, don't you think that anyone's capable of whatever? And it's like, yeah, that's why we hate the Flame Legion. They suck too. But
yeah,
like,
those guys. Like, it's not. No one's. Yeah, and I was talking about this on our last stream only for a minute, but I like. Again, we give Guild Wars shit as it deserves, but at the same time, like, they do little things really well that other games don't, where, like, I was playing, and I noted this, but I didn't think about it a lot. I was like, oh, cool, there's ogres, but, like, they were all bad from what I had seen, and I was like, oh, okay.
yeah,
Because in every game, it's like, ogres are just bad, right? Goblins are just bad. And then we moved, like, not far away, and there were a bunch of ogres who had, like, a whole society and system and, like, food, and were like, can you help us? And, like, they gave, like, plurality to a race that never gets it, instead of acting like they're just evil beings and they're weaker or lesser than us. Like, they're doing just as much.
you know what else was super cool?
Hmm.
I was telling you about how I couldn't enjoy the fact that I was in a dwarven stronghold because the dwarves had like slaves. The dredge were the dwarven slaves.
Yeah.
And I was like, I can't, even though it looks really cool, I can't think about it like it's Lord of the Rings because these aren't Lord of the Rings dwarves. These guys suck.
Yeah.
Like, they have similar architectural tastes, but they also suck.
Yeah.
And there are, like, two dwarves you get to talk to. One's a ghost, and one is made of stone, because they're all made of stone now, the ones that are still alive.
Oh. Spicy? Question mark?
And I actually started liking it after a bit, because once you start playing it, your character doesn't actually like the dwarf. And no one really likes him.
You're just like, this guy sucks.
They're like, we need him because he knows stuff, but no one really likes him being here. And then I found out the dredge are still around because they didn't like all go extinct. So when the dwarves basically went extinct, the dredge just took over all their houses after they left. and the Dredge are still there. And normally, the Dredge are always enemies. They've always been enemies. They were one of the like tiny mini like species you couldn't be friends with. Like you could be friends with the rat people, and you could be friends with whatever, but the Dredge were never like an option.
Yeah.
And then in this story mission, you're friends with the Dredge, and they're like, "Hey, we have tanks," and they're like, "You have tanks?" And I'm like, "Yeah, we're rats. We have tanks. We're mole rats, and we have tanks." And they're
Which
like,
checks
"Sweet."
out so much because like the Dredge like have incredibly advanced technology for digging that is stuff that I do not see in other groups. I mean, the dwarves probably also have stuff, but like that's my point though, is that they're doing fine, but
Yeah.
we do always get in situations where either they're attacking us or we're attacking them, and so we never interact. Because like the Scrit, it is a 50-50 chance every time you meet a Scrit, whether it's an enemy or a friend. And
then
half of it's based on whether you have something shiny and they're a burglar.
Yeah, and it was super cool because like I went into the mission and like this is a dire mission, and it's actually like I said, it's rare for Guild Wars to get a reaction out of me for like tension, but this actually did. And I was like, okay, this was actually like a big deal.
Sorry about my dog.
It's fine, I don't hear it. And then you're like getting to the end, and like everything's going wrong, and there's a bunch of all your pathways to get where you need to go are blocked. You need to get there in like 30 seconds, and you can't go there. And then suddenly, just like Dredge burst out of the ground, and they're like, "Here, let's blow up this wall." And it's like, I thought you weren't coming. I thought you were like didn't want to die for stupid reasons. And they were like, "Yeah, but if you're gonna lose, we're all gonna die." So
Yeah.
And I was like, "Okay, fair." And I was like, "Okay." They gave me named Dredge characters. They gave me one, but still, they gave me like it was cool. And I was like, "Okay, you know what? I can kind of forgive you for the Dredge now." Now that this is, and also because of what the Dredge was said something like, I think the exact line that she said was like, she was like, if we don't, we're gonna keep this something like we're gonna keep the spirit of revolution alive. And I was like, oh wow, okay, that's quite a thing to say.
One of those raw lines from something that shouldn't have one.
Exactly. I'm like, you are a mole rat, but thank you.
Yeah, there was a raw line in Guild Wars that I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that happens sometimes where I'm like
that's way too deep. We're literally talking to a rat. Like, I'm so glad he's got this really cool thought to share with us, but it is very funny to see a rat just be like, I need to tell you something. Like, it's just an experience.
I used to be able to play something from Guild Wars. Hang on. Yeah, that's all I remember of that one.
That's nice.
It's the end credits, I think. But it's hinted throughout the game, which is my favorite thing ever. In fact, I think it plays when you talk to the pale tree. I think it's like...
Mom?
Yeah, I think it plays when you talk to the pale tree. And like... something else. Yeah, there's a lot of recurring stuff in Guild Wars. Well, not a lot, but... Oh. Hi, Robin. You're welcome. But yeah, it's a... like, there's one... they haven't done a recurring theme that I recognized in a while, but they had one that was for the plant dragon that like, and the funny thing is, it's for a part of the game you can't play anymore.
Oh,
But chapter 1 of Living World, I mentioned how you can't play it anymore.
yeah.
Well, basically, they hinted this theme throughout, like that, before it was revealed that that was going to be the expansion. It was like hinted throughout it, and then when it came in like the full version, it was like, oh, that's what that song has been that I've been hearing in other songs.
Oh.
Because, like, I love that foreshadowing of like putting it in beforehand.
Yeah, that's really smart. That took a lot of forethought too.
Yeah, and it's really simple. It's like it's just that. It's just that little thing.
It's so good in anything when like it you hear it over time. Like again, like some do it well, some do it less well. I really like the it's a horror show, so don't like look it up if you're afraid of that. But if you're afraid of that, if it's something that really upsets you, obviously you're afraid of it. Um, but it's I make fun of them a little bit because they basically only use two songs
Oh,
the entire show, and I thought it was the dub, right? I was like, oh, okay, so we took it and we added songs that we thought like American people would be like, yeah. No, it's all of it. It's in Korean originally, and they do use, uh, oh, is it? I think it's Warriors by Imagine Dragons for basically every major fight scene.
that's so funny.
And it's very funny. So like some do it less well, but luckily it doesn't detract from the show a lot because it's a good show. But then like some do it like that where there's that little note in the background that you don't even realize you're hearing until you finally hear it during something, and you're like, oh my god. It connects like a character to another character that you didn't realize were like the same person or something, and it's so
My
good.
favorite thing ever. Like, okay, Robin is asking, but yeah, what I was saying is this is like I almost said Caden for some reason. Like Evan was just saying, this is like this theme is for the plant dragon Mordremoth in Guild Wars,
Ooh,
and it's in a bunch of songs.
I
But
like that. I'm gonna get that stuck in my head.
I'll have to send you some of the. But like I remember there was this, and I never did the fight, but I saw footage of it online. Is there's this fight you can do in the chapter 1 of the Living World where you fight the shadow of the dragon, but like you don't know which dragon it is. I don't think you just know that it's a shadow of a dragon, and it's like this really. Oh yeah, actually, the plant dragon kind of has two themes. There's this one, and then there's what is it? Yeah. No. So there's like those two different ones, and there's like there's the less ominous one and the more ominous one. Um, but the point is, you would hear it in like hidden in things, and in the Shadow of the Dragon fight, it's basically like. No. And I can't play it because I never played that song on the piano before, but it's something like that. And there's also, I remember there's like this part where you fight this big clockwork thing. I don't quite remember what it is because, again, I've never done it because it's not playable anymore. Mm-hmm. I do remember finding the pieces of it in the mountains, though. You can still find them. They're just somewhere, just like on the ground. It doesn't explain what they are. I only found out later that's what those were. And in that song, it has that hidden in there as well. As well as the main theme of the game, which is, what is it? Hang on. What's the main theme of the game? It's not that. It's not. No, that's not it. That's the other one. I might remember it in a minute. But the point is, in all the build-up, you would hear that like hidden throughout things, right? Mm-hmm. And then once the expansion came out, and this is the reason I always remember it, is because when I played the game, the expansion had just come out, and it was the only one. It was Heart of Thorns. And you can't hear this anymore, but because the main menu song changes based on the expansion that is the latest one. So you're actually, when you hear the main menu music in the game, you're hearing specifically the Path of Fire one.
Oh.
But when I started playing, all you heard was the Heart of Thorns one, and the base theme of it is this.
Oh.
And then it goes into like... Can't play it because, again, I never played it before. But that's something like that. Anyway, you know me. I'm obsessed with this kind of
good. And yeah, Chris, I was talking about Sweet Home. It's so good. I read the comics first, and then when it was a show, I was like flipping out.
But yeah, there's been a continuing kind of... You'll and I'm preparing you because whenever, we're going to probably go play Heart of Thorns because we seem to all like this game, right? Mm-hmm. And whenever we go play Heart of Thorns, you're going to hear that everywhere. It's all over the place. Anyway, we've been jabbering for a bit. I'm going to play something now.
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, hey, Will.
You don't know that mug. I've never seen that mug before in my life. You've never seen that mug before in my life. Or your life. It's not a mug made for making ramen at college. You left at home, and I now use for tea because it's big, and I drink a lot of tea.
This mug was made for ramen.
This mug was made for ramen. Sippy sippy. Do you drink your ramen?
Me? Yeah.
Like
Who else?
what? You
Could have been talking to Chad, but
you sip the ramen?
sippy sippy.
No.
I don't put it in a cup or anything, but like.
But
Yeah.
like, you sip the noodles?
No, that's weird. No, I eat the noodles and then I
Okay.
sippy the broth after,
Sippy.
like a normal person. I don't just like.
I thought I was asking if you basically slurp up the noodles and broth
No,
in
that's
one.
gross. No.
Yeah, eat the noodles and then sippy the broth.
Yeah, no, you don't. Like, well, I'm not some like. What do you take me for?
I wasn't expecting you to say yes. Also, chat, this is my knee. Say hello. I sit like a gay person, so one of my legs is usually on the desk. Broth, sippy, sippy. Slurp the noodles, sippy the broth. Why does that sound like... Oh, God.
Anyway, let's move on forever from that. What should I play? I don't know what to play. Evan, help.
Play something from Lord of the Rings. Sorry.
Sorry.
That's all I think about
you.
all the time.
How do I play that? It is right.
What the?
What's happening?
They told us that the government has an 8 p.m. curfew. That the last time that happened was when two brothers kidnapped a politician. It was a whole thing to free Quebec or something, I can't remember, and they did kill the politician. On that note, dinner time. When was this? Was this recent? Were you alive? Was this like a long time ago? Like,
I would like to ask all of those questions as well.
I am begging for context, but you're eating pizza. Anyway, sorry.
Trying to remember how to play. I never remember how to play Gondor. I never remember how it goes till I hear it.
Sorry, my phone just got up and I just saw me going like this. With my hands.
I say going like this, like I can see
I know,
you.
I just remembered you can't see me, but like shaking my hands in front of the screen.
Oh, okay. How does it go? Is it like... No. Yeah, I don't remember right now. Oh well. Wish I could play more of Rohan, but I can't. Still trying to remember how Gondor goes. It's been a while. They have their whole own theme, but I don't remember how it goes.
Gotta open up that Spotify.
Oh wait, I'm not streaming. I can actually do that. Hang on. I'll remember it the moment I hear it.
Oh, that's always how it is.
I heard 3 notes. I know what it is now. I don't remember how to play it, but we'll find out. Do you remember it now too?
I do.
Which is fun because, Gondor and Rohan are like next to each other, and also the Gondor and Rohan songs are just remixes of each other.
Are they?
Yes. Hang on.
No idea.
Listen, hang on. So Rohan goes like this. Hang on. They're in different keys. Hang on. No, not actually. This is Rohan. I think. Isn't it? Yeah. That's Rohan.
Okay.
And Gondor is... No, it's not. It's this. But they're the same notes.
I didn't even realize. Wow.
I only realized once I started playing it. That's Gollum, by the way.
I have such a love-hate relationship with that character.
I love him. He's great.
He's also very different in the books and movies, but like in the movies, I just the energy there.
Entertaining in the movies.
Huh?
I feel like he's more entertaining in the movies.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, all the characters are, because Tolkien's not the greatest character writer, but like I love Tolkien, but his characters aren't the point, so they're not that interesting.
Although, if anybody's wondering what the backdrop for this is, it's called Virtual Cottage, and it's just a little Steam game that's like free, where you can play ambient sound and music. There's a to-do list, but I didn't put it up.
You spelled it like Golem. Golem haunted my dreams until I was 13.
That's true. He used to like cry because Gollum would scare him. And
I mean, he
like,
is pretty scary.
Oh yeah, he's pretty scary. There's a U, isn't there?
Yeah, it's Gollum for Gollum.
God, oh my god, my cat's crying.
Hey,
Earlier
Ryan.
I was on the phone with Will. Hi Ryan. And I had to pick up my cat because she was trying to eat something. And yeah, and she meowed right into the microphone. And she has a really high-pitched meow. It's not just like meow. It's like meow. And so he basically exploded. It was great.
He
and he was just like, "Hi to you too."
Well, I thought you were in chat. Did you explode earlier today?
No, he's fucking dead.
Oh my god.
Contrary to popular belief, I'm not traveling tomorrow to go to the same college that I'm going to that he goes to visit. I'm traveling tomorrow to go to his funeral and bring the kazoos.
Good. We need the funeral kazoos.
Funeral.
It's what he would have wanted. I mean,
No,
let's be
it's what everyone would want, really.
I mean, listen, if I ever die and you don't... If I ever die... if I ever die, you should play kazoos at my funeral. And if I don't die, that's going to be pretty weird.
Well, I guess you'll just have to resurrect me and we'll keep on going, dude.
Oh my god, that's so harsh, Orion.
Oh.
Jesus Christ. I had a friend who...
No, that's so mean!
Who told him, you can be Gollum, but remember, Gollum doesn't have friends.
That's so mean!
That's very mean.
Yeah, I was telling somebody, it might have been you, I was like, when I die, if I die, I demand that no one wear boring-ass black clothing to my funeral. I want, like, funny outfits. I want Renaissance-style dresses. I want every dramatic item. If you have an entire Stormtrooper outfit, wear it. Come to my funeral. I'm going to infuse LaCroix with my ashes, and we will all have a sippy-sippy.
Awful.
I like that I said I'm going to. Like, I'm going to get some ashes.
Just wanted to let you know how earlier I was saying that my cat might knock minis off my mini shelf?
Oh.
I just went and checked. I have these, like, set of minis that there's, like, 5 in a pack or something, and they're specifically for people's familiars, right?
Mm-hmm.
The only mini she knocked off my mini shelf was my cat mini.
She's so smart.
I'm not sure if that was intentional on her part, and she was, like, imposter, but,
Oh, I know that when I was talking about this, Caden was there because he pointed out that we should have our ashes compressed into a gem and put into the hilt of a sword.
That's pretty sick.
Although I want mine in an axe. I like battle axes. If I had a fantasy weapon, mine would be a dramatic battle axe. I may or may not have designed a battle axe. Don't ask any questions.
I'll ask all of your questions, actually.
All of my questions?
Yeah, any questions you thought of, I'm gonna ask.
I don't have any anymore.
It's not gonna be helpful.
Them all.
Hey, Robin. It's a very specific number.
That's not even. I was gonna say that's the number of days. It's not the number of days in a year.
I want to kill 356 people. Why? In what context? You mean in real life? You have the real life recipe for a blood iron sword?
Throw my ashes into a bonfire, burn me twice. Sounds like a fucking Hosier lyric, Orion.
Oh, man.
That's fucking hilarious.
Let me play. I don't know if this is going to turn out any good, but I'm going to play a draft for the new song that I haven't actually made yet.
Yay!
It. I'll give you a hint, Evan. I'm making it for the next atrium event. Hang on.
Exciting.
Trouble isn't forgetting part of it. The way I make songs is by like recording myself playing the piano until I think of something good and then keeping it.
Nice.
Oh, I remembered the other part I forgot. That's all I got so far.
I love it.
It's
I love
pieces, you know. I gotta go just assemble it.
Yeah, but that's how all the good stuff starts. You gotta like get an idea. Did you know that Van Gogh? Well, you know, a lot of people know he became a priest, I believe, before he was an artist. But the first time he ever drew anything, like really drew anything, was in a letter to his brother, and it was just a lamppost.
Huh? A lamppost.
Mhm.
That's a good first thing. I feel like
Yeah.
lampposts are neat. We all like lampposts. I don't know why. Humans just like lampposts a lot.
They're yeah, my one weird thing about my house is that it's a pretty normal okay. Generally, my house is pretty normal, right? It's just a house. It's very small. But uh there are two things that exist about my house that are interesting. One was that before we lived here, we bought it from the family of like the kids of people who had passed away that year. And the father was a like award-winning gardener in my city. And there's like a garden tour that like goes to all the different houses with the best gardens, and the house we live in was there like years and years. Um, and we were excited about that because we're gardeners. We're not really like, he was an aesthetic gardener, like lawns and like plants that aren't native, but we're the opposite. We anti-lawn, moss, natural plants, wildflowers, but still garden. Um, And so that's interesting. But there's a few weird things in our yard. Um, and I oh my God, sorry. I chat had a separate conversation. I got confused. I understand now.
Oh,
Um, one of the weird things is that we have a lamppost in our backyard. Just like, not like a new one, like an old fashioned Narnia-esque lamppost.
that's really
And it's
awesome.
always on. We cannot figure out how to turn it off.
I love that.
Yeah, it's really nice. It's just always there, so our yard's always a little. It's not super bright, so the yard's always just kind of has a glow.
That's so
And
cool.
it's really pretty, and you can kind of stand on the edge of it because it's like big and metal. And
On
yeah, we
me.
don't
I
know when
love
they installed it or why, and we don't know where it connects. We have to have. We've had we've had a few electricians come look at our house in the past week because it's bad. There was some homegrown electrician work done here, and
Oh yeah, same here.
it's
It
ooh.
bad.
Everyone unplug everything so we can use the vacuum.
Oh yeah.
My old house used to have a lamppost, but my sibling ran it over with their car.
Oh.
Hmm.
Lamppost casualty.
And now the car is the lamppost. Right?
Wait. Um. Sure.
Did you know that the key participants in nitrogen fixation are legumes?
Sure didn't know that.
Such as alfalfa. I like the word alfalfa.
You could tell me almost anything, and I'd say I don't know because I don't.
Nitrogen makes up 78% of the atmosphere.
Okay, weirdly, I did know that.
Congrats, I'm proud of you. But do you want to define dentrification for me? I'm kidding, don't do that.
I'm not going to do that.
I am the legume knight. Okay.
I still like Bean Boy.
Bean boy.
Okay.
Back to you.
I'll probably play a little more, and I gotta go soon-ish because I don't want to overdo it, even though I will if I am allowed.
Yeah, that's a good idea. And I have to wake up early tomorrow. Well, not really early, but to travel. So
Chat, decide what I'm gonna play. I mean, if you have something I know how to play, sure. I don't know how
whether
to.
you're legume knight or bean boy. Oh.
Oh, I see. Sea turtles' organs float loosely, and so I definitely didn't know that.
Whoa, really? What? I like that for some reason. Now I want to watch Ponyo. Look what you've done to me.
But yeah, I mean, if chat wants me to play something that I know how to play, then go ahead. But I don't know how to play very much. So, I mean, okay, I know how to play very specific things. Very specific things.
Clover's a legume.
Really? I mean, I can. I like playing it, but like, I guess I would be way better at playing it now because I have this new keyboard. So that would be fun.
That's
I have all my octaves. Listen to this. That's an octave I have now.
Love it.
Oh, you know something else I can play with these octaves?
Oh no.
Hang on. Anyway, that's much easier with lots of octaves.
That's awesome. It's fun to see you explore music with your new setup.
Yeah, yeah. It's because I'm just like redoing stuff that I usually can only play on my actual piano that's at the house. So it's interesting, and it's still like slightly different from playing the piano. So I'm not as good as I'd be on the piano because like I think you learn specific to the specific piano you're using. So like even if it's exactly the same like technology, it's a different one. So it's just different.
Also, this is so cute. I forgot this. It changes the background of Virtual Cottage as the day goes on. So as it gets darker, it gets a darker color, and
That's
grows
so
like blue.
cool.
So earlier it was purple, and now it's blue because it's like nighttime.
I really like Virtual
It's
Cottage.
dark
It's
outside.
cool.
It's really cute. I like study aids. Studying's hard for me. It's an experience and a half. So like, anything that helps me study is much appreciated.
Yeah.
Chats, we've just been talking about how... Hey, Krishan, can you unfocus your eyes on purpose, like whenever you want?
Yeah.
Okay, same. Because not everyone can, and I just learned that. It's really freaking me out.
Oh, huh.
Yeah, Chris can't, apparently. Which I think is super interesting, because I've always been able to. I can do it whenever I want. I actually can do it so hard that my vision will go black if I look still at the same spot for so long.
Yikes.
It's very scary. I don't know. But I also know someone who sleeps with his eyes open, so... It's terrifying. One time,
Yeah,
we went we went to like youth events together, where you all like sleep on the floor in your sleeping bags, and so I was asleep in my sleeping bag, and his sleeping bag was next to mine, and so I didn't know that until then that he slept with his eyes open. So I woke up. It was like 3 in the morning, and I rolled over, and he was just staring at me with like
No.
bloodshot eyes, not moving. And I was like, is he dead? And I like got up and I was like, ah, ah. Someone else was awake and was like, he's just like that, it's fine.
That's terrifying.
Yeah, every morning he like uses eye drops because his eyes are all dry. And I was like, dude, that's weird. Just close your eyes. He's like, I can't. I don't like it. I was like, okay.
That's weird.
Yeah. But yeah, and then my internal monologue. Very
My
present, very visual.
noisy, but it becomes external very quickly if I'm not
Yep.
surrounded by noise. So
I have
yeah.
a lot of external monologuing. I definitely am one of those people who talks as if there are people there when there aren't, just to process everything in the world. Things that aren't even happening. Like, sometimes I talk out loud about what I'm doing, but apparently I'm a social thinker, so I, like, talk as if there's a person I know there, because it makes it easier to
I do that
sort out
too.
my brain.
I
Yeah.
absolutely.
Because, like, everyone I've known until now, I guess, thinks, like, when they talk out loud, they talk to themselves. They're like, monologue is actually talking to them. I'm talking to someone else. I don't want to talk to me. No one wants to talk to me. Not inner me. Inner me is a fucking bitch. He lies all the time. But outer me is fine. So I just talk to, like, someone else. My brain is like, yeah, if there was a character here from that thing, you could just tell them all your problems, and they don't exist, so they can't disagree with you.
Yeah, see, I do talk to inner me, and we don't get along very well. I'm like, hey, what do you think about this? And he's like, I don't want to do that. And I'm like, yeah, but that's why we're here. We're supposed to do that thing.
Locking me in a room with me to argue. Pretend there's people around me when I'm alone, not necessarily people I know. Yeah, I don't know why I do that, and I don't know if it's a good or bad thing when I do it, because, like, it's not great to always feel like we're being watched, but on the other hand, like, it holds me accountable in my brain sometimes to not freak myself out or do bad or stupid things. Because I'm like, any normal person would tell me right now that's a bad idea. And, like, therefore I should not do it. But, like, when I'm alone, I'm just like, I can do whatever I want, and that's too much pressure. I should not be allowed to do whatever I want.
The problem is I don't trust normal people. That doesn't work for me. I'm like, you're too normal. I don't trust your advice.
You gotta talk to Sans Undertale.
I mean, his advice wouldn't be very good either. Well, no, actually, maybe it would be.
Papyrus would give great motivational advice. There's a blog on Tumblr that's called Motivational Papyrus.
I feel like Sans is one of those people who like gives you all the good advice but doesn't take any of it. Like,
Yeah.
he's not gonna do it, but he's gonna tell you all the right stuff.
Oh yeah. You're like He's like talking
I say
about
that
like
because we're basically the same person, and I'm like that.
yeah. He's like, listen, you don't want to half-ass anything because eventually it will bite you in the ass and you'll regret it and it will just be an exhaustion of your time. And you're like, aren't you supposed to be at work right now? And he's like, yeah.
He's like, I'm always supposed to be at work. I have like 3 jobs.
Oh my
I love
god.
it. You can call Undyne in one room of the game, and she's like, "Yeah, I don't really know how he got hired at so many of these." And she's like, "He somehow manages to slack off at them all, but he does just a good enough job that he never gets fired." And Papyrus is like, "My brother truly is a master."
Also, I just learned just a few minutes ago that there's I know they exist, but I didn't realize both were being mentioned. There's nitrite and nitrate, and I don't know which one I've been writing this whole time because I thought it was the same word because my brain just autofills. So I may or may not have been writing nitrate when I meant to write nitrite, which is unfortunate, but
That is unfortunate.
I cannot be stopped. Ho ho!
Well, I got a request to play the meme song, the Undertale End of Bad Route meme song.
Bad Route is
It's a good song,
yeah.
but like I can play it, but I don't want to like annoy the rest of chat. So I want the rest of chat's opinion on whether or not they want to hear the meme song. Or at least my weird version of it, I guess.
Wait, what did I do? Wait. Oh, there we go. I got lost.
Did you get lost in your own notes?
Yes, I did. They're extensive, and they're all in different colors for some reason.
Every time I look at my
worry.
D&D notes, I'm like, I don't know what I'm looking at.
I'm just like, what was I doing here? Also, this journal is split up. It is split up by topic that I'm studying. No, none of them are in the right spots. I just open it and start writing.
Nice.
I hate past me. Right, yesterday I woke up home alone and immediately yelled, "Good morning, sluts," at my dogs and my cat.
Jesus Christ.
Did cops pull up to the party across the street? Fucking cops. It wasn't loud enough for it to bother me, and I'm easily bothered. Kidding.
Yeah, Chris, I feel the same. I'm like, it's a good song. I also I was encouraged though when I saw that thing that someone was like, the reason Sans is such a meme in Undertale is because he took the bullet for Papyrus.
There's a curfew again? Wow, I don't go outside.
Neither of us do.
Oops! Yeah,
Uh-oh.
when there was a curfew the first time in my state, I forgot. And went outside at, like, it was 8 p.m. that the curfew started, and I went outside at, like, 7:55. And I got, like, a little farther away, and then someone was like, come back, come back! We're gonna get in trouble, and I was like, oh, okay. Whatever the fuck, fine. Yeah, but no one ever cares about the park curfew, because you're a party pooper. Is F-boy supposed to be like a fuckboy emoji? That's the only thing I can think of.
I'm adjusting. Sorry.
You're good, take your time.
Is this too loud?
No, I think it's fine.
Okay. Alright, everyone, this is definitely going to be the last one, but it's probably going to take me a while because I get out of hand when I play this one, because I have feelings about everything that happens in that game. Okay. guess that's all I got. Usually I play more than that for that one.
That was really good.
Thanks. Oh no, genetics.
Genetics.
I hate those.
Yeah,
I hate
I
having
got
them.
some of them somehow.
I got some of them. Hate having them. Hate looking at them.
Fucking
Hate
genetics.
collecting them.
I'm always like, man, what are all these jeans doing in here? I don't even wear jeans.
It's like that Brian David Gilbert video about jorts haunting your room.
It really
Yeah,
scares the
I usually play more than that for that one. That wasn't very good. I need to practice this thing more because it is different than my piano, even though it's better.
Well, it takes time. That was a different place. Do not get blood on the jort.
Yeah, so Ryan, that's exactly what I'm talking about.
I've had to sneeze this entire time and I still haven't sneezed.
You got what? Sorry?
I've had to sneeze this entire time and I still haven't sneezed.
The whole stream?
Yeah.
Oh my god. I have not. I haven't had time, but I will watch his new videos.
Oh, I thought you were saying you hadn't had time to sneeze.
To sneeze? No, I haven't had time to sneeze either, but...
Been too busy.
Thing is, I end up playing Portal sometimes because the theme for Big Bad Boy at the end of the game is very similar to the one they use for Flowey. Because the Flowey one is this. Hang on, wait. What is it? I forgot. Oh yeah. And the one for Bad Boy at the end of Portal 2 is
Chris is excited for my sneeze, thank you.
I'm pretty sure I'm the only person on Earth who cares about the plot of Portal this much.
Well, the creators of Portal are thankful.
No. That wasn't very good, but oh well. You know what that's from, I'm pretty sure.
I think so.
If you think about it. I don't want to spoil it in case anyone hasn't played it somehow, but pretty much one of the best endings to a game I can think of.
Can't wait till Caden plays Brutal.
I know, it's killing me. Oh yeah, bye Orion.
Bye, Ryan.
But yeah, we went longer than I thought we would. I thought we'd do it for like an hour or two, but it's been 2.5. So
oh yeah,
it's been a little while.
Time is an illusion, kids.
As they say, time is an illusion.
I need to nourish my physical form, so
yeah, we should stop. My wrists are going to be mad at me if I play any longer.
Yeah, I'll take over. I definitely know how to play the piano.
Oh yeah, and you also have one, I'm pretty sure.
Yes, literally, can you not see?
I can't, actually. The camera shows me a lamp. So
what?
no.
That's a fucking piano.
It is?
Yes.
Or the keys.
I do like my rendition of sounds.
I seen the delayed you tapping on your... Okay. I did, yes, thank you. Well, thank you all for coming.
Yes, thanks everybody for hanging out. It's a good time. And,
don't know when we're doing another one. Later.
Yeah. Chill streams are chill. They happen when they happen.
And you can't make me make a schedule.
You can't make me do anything.
It's like you can't make us stop using the Gradient Comic Sans we're about to start text for some reason.
It's just like how you can't stop the beat. Like it's
exactly like that, actually.
No, all the time I'm like, it's, you know what it is?
It's like this.
It is. It's crazy, but
we're insufferable.
Yeah.
Thank you for stopping by.
Thank you, chat, for hanging out, and we will see you on Saturday. Are we doing this Saturday yet?
Yeah, I think we're playing our Endless Legend game that we abandoned earlier that we were having fun with, but I don't remember what was happening.
Yeah, because Caden's out for a bit, because he's doing God's work. I'm kidding. He's doing actual work, and
God's work.
is busy. So, we're gonna pick up a game that we were playing without Caden, if you remember that time. And we'll have fun, and then on Tuesday, we'll have our Legless Engines.
Yeah, no, not actually the Legless Engines game, the one before that. I like that we tried to name our games so that people could, like, tell which one is which, but all the names are almost the same, so it doesn't help at all.
Yeah, it's really not helpful. We could have named them, like... Yeah, if we had references that weren't specifically the game.
We should just start doing, like, whatever those companies do when they name RAM sticks. Like, we should just put 3 words together. Oh my god. Okay, this is really brief, but I need to tell you this, and I feel like the stream needs to hear it too. Okay, so, we surprised Evan by building him a PC for Christmas. And when we were all sitting there, the rest of us fools sitting there on the Discord call, we were looking at RAM because we were, like, deciding who was going to buy what. And the names of RAM sticks are some of the funniest things I've ever seen. Like, who was in charge of naming these things? One of them is a RAM that, like, changes colors for some reason, even though it's inside your PC. I don't know, man.
Why would you...
And it was called, in all caps, Patriot Viper Steel.
Damn it, I was hoping it was Gordon Ramsay.
No, and Will and I just can't get out of our head, so sometimes we'll just say to each other, Patriot Viper Steel. Like, it's
that's so funny. That sounds like the... Oh my god.
It's like the name of a U.S. plane, you know? And
yeah.
It's so stupid.
That's not a fucking, like... What the hell?
Anyway, they're all like that. They're all dumb. Like, they have... Anyway, I just wanted to tell you that because...
Thank you for telling me that. I'm very glad I know. Like, genuinely.
It's important.
This is great news. Patriot Viper Steel.
Patriot Viper. When Will comes home, whenever that happens next, you should just say that to him.
Patriot. It's like, how did you... They've got to you, too.
Oh my god. But yes, thank you all for stopping by.
Thanks,
and
guys. See you on Saturday and Tuesday. And drink some water. Bye.